This rotor is absolutely tore up. I mean, when you feel this thing, this rotor is done. Hey guys, halfclickup here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, first and foremost, I want to wish everybody happy 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July. Got a little bit of a shower just wrapping up. Pretty good little downpour came through here in old Waco, Texas. But I don't know about you guys, but we will be throwing some ribs and steaks on the fire here just in a little while. As soon as this fire is ready. After that, we're gonna go downtown to the river and catch the 4th of July fireworks. Spectacular, if you will. But anyways, guys, the point of this video is that, first off, if you are a subscriber, you know I ordered these bad boys right here. Now, if you're on my Instagram, you already know that these came in the mail, and my intentions were to shoot a video here before long, edit it and have it uploaded by the end of this week. However, there's some things I want to share with you guys. There are some things I want to share with you guys first. So, if you recall, one of the big discussions about upgrading these brake pads was whether or not the caliper was going to be good to go. And the reason being is because during the last during the last brake pad swap, I ran into an issue where this bolt here acted like it was cross-threaded, and no matter how I manipulated this bolt, it would only go in funny. And so I had a fraternity brother helping me at the time to install these pads. He happened to be in town, and I couldn't get the damn thing to screw in anymore. And I was like, you know, hey man, why don't you try, see what you can do. So he got on there and he was actually getting it to turn. He was really struggling, but he got it all the way seated. And you know, guys, at the end of the day, the big concern was crap. So when I come back around to change these pads out the next time, is this bolt, first off, is it even going to come out? And secondly, if I get it out, will it go back in? Well, no worries, because earlier today I came out here and I actually backed this bolt all the way out and I screwed it back in. Now, admittedly, it did not want to come out initially. It took a breaker bar to get the threads rolling, but after I used the breaker bar for just a minute, I was able to use a traditional socket wrench and take it the rest of the way out. And that socket wrench also put it the rest of the way back in, all the way seated. So, breaker bar not required. You know, the bolt may be rethreaded at this point, who knows. But long story short, point being, in the end, that bolt's fine. Of course, this one comes out no problem. So, we won't have an issue changing the pads. However, let me get to the point of this video. So, just, you know, looking at this setup, 2009 model bike, we're in 2018. This bike's almost a decade old. To my knowledge, I'm the only guy who has ever, or the only owner, if you will, I'm the third owner. Out of the three of us, I'm the only owner who's ever swapped out brake pads on this bike. The ones on the front look great. The ones on the front are fine, they're still thick. But this rear really wore down. I changed them out, put some cheap Chinese pads on there, and now they're already wore out again. Can you see that? I hope it focuses. Let me try. If you can see that, look how thin the outer pad is. Look how thin that pad is compared to this one. Can you see that? Can you see the difference at all? Well, if you can or you can't, let me just explain. So the outer pad is wearing far faster than the inner pad, probably by about 25%. And so just looking at this thing, I'm like, why is that happening? Now, this rotor is absolutely tore up. I mean, when you feel this thing This rotor is done. The pitting, the grooving is all, you can feel it all really well. At least on the outside you can, which explains this pad getting chewed up so quickly. Now, the inside of it is still really smooth. You can't feel any grooves whatsoever. But out here, you feel all the grooves, you feel all the pitting, and it feels nasty, y'all. Like, it's to the point where I think this rotor's compromised. I do not believe this rotor can be safely utilized again with another set of pads. So with that being said, time to drop some more money, y'all. You know me, guys. I just I can't half-ass anything, man. Especially when it comes to the bike, because it's so safety sensitive. I mean, being on two wheels, y'all. Look at that fire. Yes, sir. That fire is about ready. But anyways, being on two wheels, you know, safety is always top priority, man. It goes beyond having the right gear. It really goes into what you're doing to maintain your bike in its top form, even upgrade wise, right? Which is the case with me. Anytime I replace anything, I go above and beyond. I don't ever go back stock. I typically just upgrade to some kind of higher end aftermarket type scenario. So with that being said, we're gonna hold off on these pads. Of course I have them in hand, but we're gonna hold off for now because I'm gonna go all out, and this should make one particular subscriber very happy. One particular subscriber should be very happy with all of his concerns about the dadgum stainless steel braided brake lines, the upgrade. I know. We won't name him though. We might just flash his name on the screen a bunch of times. But yeah, so here's what we're going to do, guys. The brake pads are already in hand. We are going to order an aftermarket like slotted rotor. Decided to go with the one from Volar. 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 V-O-L-A-R. Volar makes an affordable rotor replacement, and it's slotted, doesn't have these cross drills, so it's a little bit different design. However, it all achieves the same thing, and that is to dissipate heat. So we're going to go with the Volar brake rotor. We got the EBC pads. We know the caliper will come off and go back on successfully. We determined that today. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and make the upgrade. As I stated, we're going to go with Spiegler stainless steel brake lines. So that of course comes with the banjo fitting here. It's not a very long line. Has the banjo fitting there. So it's just two banjos. Swap that crap out. Suck it all out of the reservoir in there. Right, so this comes off. We get to the reservoir, unhook it, and do what we got to do. So we'll suck all the fluid out of the system until it's nothing but air, and get this line swapped out for the Spiegler unit, put it back together, get some fluid back into the reservoir, and do what you got to do. Now admittedly, I've never bled brake lines. I have on a Camaro. It's all the same crap, understand, but I've never I've never bled the brakes on this bike, rear or front, never. Now on the front, this is a whole nother deal, and this is, you know, we're starting to stray, but you're supposed to see fluid in there, and as you see, it's jet black. So the brake fluid inside this reservoir, to my knowledge, is all of 9 years old, never been bled out. So when we do this, the pads will probably be good because they are right now, but when we do this, we're going to also do the stainless lines here as well on the front. So, but that's another video, another upgrade for another time. Front brakes are good to go for right now. However, you guys, you know, if you follow me, you already know this rear brake is an issue. It's been an issue for a while. The pads are done. However, as you know, we got new pads in hand. But we're going to go ahead and opt for, again, the upgraded brake rotor and the Spiegler stainless lines. And so we're going to do that. That's the plan. So I apologize. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the teaser shot of the pads, and the caption mentioned that there was going to be an install video coming out later this week. Guys, that's just not going to happen because I got to get the rest of the components for this brake system in the mail first, and we're going to knock that out. But anyways, it's going to be a nice upgrade. I'm going to enjoy it for sure. If you're an FZ6R rider, you're going to enjoy it because I want to bring you some installation content. I realize a lot of my subscribers and a lot of my newer subscribers are all FZ6R riders. So, and you know what? Looking at the analytics, it actually kicked off when I uploaded that, what was it, the 3-year, 35,000 mile review of the FZ6R. So if you haven't checked that out right here. That's a good video. It's gotten over 6,000 views so far. But that video has really garnered a lot of attention, and I've really picked up a lot of new subscribers based on that video. So check that out. And I guess what I was getting at with that though is, you know, the fact that I understand my latest subscribers and a large portion of you guys are FZ6R riders. So, you know, let's just hope if I ever decide to change up bikes, like, I don't know, maybe a Gixxer 750, hint hint, you know, maybe you guys will stick with me. But yeah, as you know, everybody and their brother has a dadgum Gixxer nowadays. But anyways, that's neither here nor there, right guys? The focus right now is getting this rear brake up to snuff, getting her upgraded, stainless line, just rocking and rolling, fellas. Anyways, guys, this fire is about ready to be dumped out. Steaks and ribs about ready to go on. Happy Independence Day, everybody. If you served and you're watching this, thank you. Toast to you. Thank you for your service. Anyways, guys, it's been a Half Click Up production. I am out of here. Happy 4th of July. Peace and good